We're here at Dress for Success Lexington with Annalise Wagner. Welcome.
I'm glad to be here.
Could you tell our audience what Dress for Success Lexington is?
We are a nonprofit organization. We actually opened our doors October 1st of last year. We work with women that are economically disadvantaged. We help provide professional attire for them, which means we suit them up for their interview. If they get the job, they actually get to come back for a whole week's worth of job-appropriate attire. But then we also have a whole network of support and a wonderful career center where we have all kinds of career development tools for the ladies. We end up having workshops. The development tools would include our computers that we have available. We do tweaking resumes. We do mock interviews, all the things that would be tools that would help the ladies in terms of getting a job.
And how did this organization start? You said there are affiliates all over the world.
There are. It actually started back in 1997, and I was fortunate enough to co-found the affiliate here in Lexington last year. As I mentioned, we opened our doors on October 1st of last year. I co-founded the organization with a young lady named Jennifer Monarch. She is actually a lawyer in downtown Lexington, and we started the organization, came together, and have a lot of wonderful people that have been involved with that as well.
And so do women have to have a referral to come for the service, or how does that work?
They do. We are currently partnered with about 30 to 35 referral agencies in the area. Those are agencies that actually work with women who are economically disadvantaged and come from all kinds of different backgrounds. We have served women from age 16 to 67, and some of them have spent time in prison. Some of them have ended up coming from domestic abuse situations. Some of them might have been working at Sears for 30 years, and now they find themselves without a job. But we have teamed with places like Jubilee Jobs, Lexington Rescue Mission, Goodwill, Salvation Army, Greenhouse 17. A lot of the agencies that have been in our community for a long time have welcomed us, and we ended up having a great collaboration with those referral agencies.
Well, that's great, because I know we have a very strong nonprofit community here in Lexington, so it's a great addition. It seems like it fills a gap, maybe.
It does, and we found that it's really been great in working with the referral agencies that we do work with, because then it also connects the women in other ways as well to things going on in the community.
And so I hear you have an event coming up later in October.
We do.
So we're going to talk about that.
It's going to be October 7th. It is our second year for this event. We opened our doors October 1st, and within less than 3 weeks, we're having our first event, so it was quite an undertaking. Thanks to Amy Wycliffe, who is our wonderful vice chair for the board of directors and also the chair for the event. It happens down at the Grand Reserve, perfect venue for having this kind of event. It's actually a very unique fashion show. We have challenged 13 different designers in the Lexington area, and they have purchased a bag of unsuitable garments, if you will, and they are turning those into a fashion runway-ready outfit. So some wearable art's going to be seen at the big event.
Fun. And how do people find out more about you or this event?
They can go to our website, that is dressforsuccess.org/Lexington, or they can always give us a call, and that's 859-231-7848. To email for specific information about Recycle the Runway, they can email fundraising@dfslexington.org.
And where are you all actually located, just so people will know? Can they come directly to you, or do they have to have a referral?
They would have to have a referral. We don't do walk-ins, so the referral agencies would send us the information for the client, and we'd have all the clothing selected and ready to go for them when they get here. To get to us to donate, our donation days are Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesdays from 10 to 2 and Thursdays from 1 to 4. We're located in Eastland Shopping Center, right behind the tire shop. So it's 1301 Winchester Road in Suite 29.
So you do take donations from the public. What type of donations are you looking for?
We need larger sizes. We have found that a lot of the clients that we deal with are, in fact, plus-size clients. So just today, we ended up suiting a woman with our very last pair of size 12 shoes. So 11 and 12 shoes sizes are something that we really need. Sizes 16 and above in terms of clothing. But it would be work appropriate. We need scrubs, because it may be that these ladies end up working in a medical environment. Business casual for different kinds of environments these days as far as work is concerned. And then hospitality, black pants. We were fortunate enough to partner with White House Black Market, so their black pants have been donated so that we can use those for the ladies. But we found that a lot of people in hospitality need things like black ties and white button-down shirts and black button-down shirts and no skid shoes. So things like that are certainly helpful as well.
And so can people just show up during those times that you mentioned, and then you all would give them a tax donation? Is that how it works?
We are a 501c3 organization. We're one of 135 affiliates all over the world, and all of them are, in fact, local to that area. So with Dress for Success Lexington, we formed our own company right here in Kentucky. We've got our own board of directors. We're responsible for all our own funding, and we are a 501c3 organization as well.
Okay. And where, you mentioned funding, so where are your primary sources of funding besides this fundraiser that you do?
This fundraiser is, in fact, one of our single greatest fundraising endeavors, if you will. And so we rely on grants. We were very fortunate to receive a grant from Walmart, Paving the Way Forward grant for $25,000 that kind of kicked off our career center for us. We rely on individual donations, different grants and things that might be available, and then different third-party events that we have. And we also have a great event called Dine Out for Success. So there are a lot of downtown businesses that we've partnered with to do that.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. We love coming downtown.
So Recycle the Runway is a unique fashion show, silent auction, grab bag opportunities, and luncheon for our guests. It'll take place on Tuesday, October 7th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. Guests, when they arrive, they can partake in the silent auction. They can purchase the grab bags, which are individual bags that have a variety of different items, secret items in them that they don't know what they are until they purchase that bag. And we will sell 50 of those bags to our guests. And they will then sit down to a wonderful luncheon provided by the Grand Reserve. There'll be a little bit of a speaking program so we can introduce the guests to some of our clients that have been through the program, and then the fashion show competition will get underway.
And how does the fashion show competition work? What is the prize, I guess?
Sure. So for the last 8 weeks, we have had local designers going through this competition. They were able to purchase a bag of unsuitable garments that we could not use here, and they have been tasked to work their magic to turn some items in that bag into a work of wearable art. They are all allowed to send one model down the runway and will be judged on craftsmanship, style, and creativity. And the winner will have a spread in More Magazine, which is a local fashion magazine here in Lexington, as well as cash prizes.
Okay. And how do people get tickets, and how much are the tickets?
Sure. Individual tickets are $100 per person. It is tax deductible, and you can go online to our website, dressforsuccess.org/Lexington.